guys, this is Rida G-raff haisam. Here for my first fight breakdown X narration, first of many. All right, so I decided to go with this fight because I had a lot of requests and also a lot of requests on how I finished the submission that I hit in this fight. So I'm here to like break it down and also try to narrate what was going through my head at the time and throughout the whole fight. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please don't forget to subscribe. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so this fight also was supposed to be a 5 minute, 3 rounds. And if you get a submission in each of the round, that was it. But if there was no submission, and at the end of the 3 rounds, the guy with the most points wins the fight. So it was pretty cool setup. All right, so let's get into it. Here, I knew about my opponent. I knew he liked to play guard a lot, and I wasn't trying to get in his guard, so I was trying to bring him into my guard. But he had different thinking, and we had kind of the same thinking, I guess. So I pulled guard. He sat down too. We kind of ended up in like a double guard pushing, you know, a super heavyweight double guard pushing, which was kind of interesting. All right, but there was not much going on until around here. So there was no action, so the referee is gonna step in right about now. And I was like, okay, you guys gotta start up, reset the fights. We need more action. So that's what happened. We reset, stand up, and also this fight was like after I signed my contract with Hyperfly. Right, this was my first, fight in the gi super fight in Hyperfly gi. So shout out to Hyperfly right here. All right, so we get back up. My initial thinking was to get a good grip and then jump into close guard. Also, again, he had different ideas. So I kind of ended up here and boom, right here. So initially when I ended up in this position here, before he could like lock his legs together, I had my hand in between his legs, right? So my thought was if I can drop these hands and then reach and grab the lapel here and then drop my knees to the mat, I can kind of force like a leg drop push-in or maybe like a hip rewind and then use it to pass the guy, right? But my opponent did a good job by securing the underhooks and also, moving his head behind my legs, which made it hard for me to do that. All right, so which forced me into the 50-50. All right, and then the 50-50 was already frustrating to deal with. Plus, he had the lapel grip out, you know, and then he had my lapel out, and then he passed it to this hand right here. All right, so being in this position is already frustrating enough. Plus, him having that lapel guard was I knew was gonna be hard to get out of it. All right, so anyways, we get into it. And I knew if I kept standing, he could like initially tip me backwards and sweep me backwards. So I didn't want that happening. So I kind of decided to drop my knee to the mat, and then like shift my weight a little bit to the other side, so he couldn't like just get that sweep he was looking for. All right. So in this situation too, okay, and also I was watching out for that leg, okay, because he could like open his leg and bring it behind and then get the hooks on the far legs, which could like end up in like a crab ride position, use that to sweep me and other stuff. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to give out the pushing. So he will attempt that. While he did, I just sat down, all right? So anyways, we're going to be in the 50-50 here, all right? So even if he comes up on top, I knew I could like use the same technique and sweep him right back, all right? But also, to make it a little harder for him to come up on top, my hands here was reaching and grabbing onto his shoulder, like pull him back into me, all right? So it's going to make it a little harder for him to like come up on top, all right? So here, his hands was kind of in between and he's behind this leg, all right? So I didn't really have any grips on him. So I was somehow trying to look for a way to create enough space to free this leg, all right? To be able to free this leg and move it to the other side, which is going to expose his sleeves here, all right? If that happens, then I can hold on to the sleeve somehow, bring my leg onto his shoulder, like get on the other leg onto his bicep, somehow create space, right? All right, which wasn't gonna be easy, but that was like what I had in my head. All right, so as the fight goes on, I didn't let him get in. I was just trying to touch his leg while holding on to that. Just switch his focus, let him worry a little bit about the leg while looking for the other side. The main goal was to free my legs. All right, but just like baiting him by touching the legs, trying to like look like I'm attacking that side. Make him worried a little bit. All right, so when I got that space that I'm looking for, boom, you know, I just step out, and then now I got that sleeve grip I was looking for. All right, so for the first time in the fight, I felt like I was a little bit in control here. Okay, so we were going on into it. I used my legs to kick on his shoulder here to create space. Right now, I had enough space to force him to let go, but he still had the lapel somehow because his hand was still behind my far thigh here. All right, but also I had the sleeve, his sleeve here, so also I was kind of okay, But also the main goal, like I said, was to get this leg onto his bicep, but there wasn't enough space for me to be able to move my leg inside, right? So the fight kept going on here, somehow looking for that space, which wasn't happening. He was doing a good job dealing with that leg, also holding to the lapel. So my upper body wasn't very free at this moment, all right? So here I kind of came up, create the space a little bit. Now I'm going to move this leg right in front of the face here, all right, onto his chest. So if I can bring it right here, I can use that leg to kick onto his shoulder here to create enough space, right? So when I get that space that I need, then maybe eventually I can move this leg in front and get into the bicep that I was looking for. All right, so let's go back. Boom. Finally get that space, and then right there, I get enough space to bring my legs through. All right, so this was that leg, or that grip, and then the position I was looking for. So now I can use that leg to really, really extend him out. All right. So having that extension, it was gonna force him to let go of the lapel. All right. So for the first time, he let go of the lapel here. Okay. So forcing extending now here. All right. He couldn't use that grip anymore. So getting opening up and then really letting him go. Now for the first time again, I feel like I'm in control, even though I still had to deal with the legs though, but it wasn't as bad as earlier, right? So here, boom, trying to come up on top. All right, once again, looking for the right sleeve and the right timing to come up on top. That was the only way, to be able to pass here. At least I thought here. So now I hold on to the sleeve and then come up on top right here. Okay, so now initially my upper body was free because it didn't have any lapel grips anymore. All right, so the only thing I had to worry about is opening this leg here. All right, so I'm gonna use my hands and push down onto his toes. Okay, so this is where the giraffe effect kicks in. Okay, so pushing onto his shin or something wasn't gonna do much, all right, because he could still extend his leg. But if you can hold onto the toes and then really push it down, it was gonna be hard. It's already hard, like trying to extend your leg while somebody's pushing on your toes, because and naturally, like it's not physically possible. Okay, so what I did, hold on to the toes right there, okay, right here, then pushing it down. Okay, so now that's gonna create space here, right here. Okay, so my goal was to push this leg in between my legs. Okay, just do a little bit of step back, push the leg down, and then make sure this leg doesn't get back on my hips here. So once I get that position here, boom, I'm gonna be able to step out. All right, so what I was thinking is, okay, I'm close, I can finish this pass. If I finish here, I'm gonna go to knee on the belly, side control, just something to just to slow him down a bit, right? So boom, went as planned. I step out right here, boom. Okay, so finally I thought, like, okay, I went past the legs. All right, I'm in the knee on the belly here. All right, I'm trying to slow him down. But also my opponent did his I think what he was thinking, or what he tried to do in this situation was, to come up, grab my legs, go for use that to like take me down, or like go into a single leg somehow. All right, so I kind of had that feeling. So also I knew if he trying to turn into me, I'm just gonna step over and then maybe counter that move for like a belly down umbrella, something like that. All right, so we went there, boom, he came up on top. I tried to step over right here. Okay, so it went as planned again, but he didn't stop moving. All right, so even though he lost the leg here, he still somehow managed to hold on to this one. All right, which was gonna get me off balance big time. Okay, so I trying to go there, boom. All right, he's trying to go into use that for the takedown right here. One more time, boom, step out. He hold on to that leg here. Okay, so let's take it one more time here. Okay, I step out right here. Okay, so in this angle, it's kind of hard to tell, but this hand right here went under his armpit, so I had the armpit control here. Okay, which was what I was looking for here. Okay, so I step out, had that control, and he came up on top. Okay, trying to take me down here. So you can tell I was falling down already. I was kind of off balance. All right, so everything happened super fast. It was super instantly. All right, it came in me instantly. Okay, so also my opponent was kind of off balance too. All right, he might be able to like get that takedown, but it wasn't. I didn't want him to end up on top of me. So this hands right here was right here in like in front of the shoulder. So what I knew, if because it's already off balance, if I could use this hand and then pull him down with me, then I could like make something happen. That was my initial thinking. That was instantly like everything happened super fast. And I have to rewatch this fight and then like a couple of times to really understand what I actually did here. Okay, so boom, I fell back, while falling back with him, I pulled him together with me here. All right, so here he ended up in the right position where I needed him to. Right, so the other leg was right on top of him. All I had to do was move this leg and bring it right on top. All right, in front of his face here, like this. All right, which I end up doing, and then here I got the adjustment. But right now he had a really good grip. He wasn't even trying to let go here. Okay, so I went back to textbook here. All right, keep my leg as tight as possible here. All right, while I extend him out. Okay, so you can tell he was trying to like turn around into me and then pull his arm out. Right, but I made sure my leg was really tight. Wasn't gonna be easy to get out of that. All right, so I started to fall back and pull it, trying to step it out, but it was really tight. Bring my hips in and then get the submission here. All right, so that was how it went down here like that. Okay, it was everything happened so fast. It was instantly. Let's take another look here. So step out, boom, trying to turn into me. I step over, reach for that leg, pull him back with me, boom, throw my legs over, do the adjustment, cross, and then went for the finish here. All right, that was how it happened. And man, I remember the energy in the arena, bro. It was really crazy. It was really crazy. And then shout out to the Angolans fans. I really enjoyed going to that country every time and having fights over there because they never let me feel like I'm their away guy. The love out there is crazy, and I'm looking forward to go back again and put on a show. All right, guys. So from now on, this is my first video on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe and then share with your friends. And at least once or twice a week, I'm gonna try to post some stuff here, like workout videos, um, my training videos, sparring videos, and then fight breaks down like this. All right, and then hopefully it's gonna be helpful for you. And I'll see you guys again. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe. This Rida haisam. Please see you guys.